How's everybody doing today? I've got all my appliques. This is all the stuff that I was kind of excited to find yesterday. I figured all the sunflowers and stuff had to go. The sunflowers and the griffins needed to live in there with the mermaid. Still don't know exactly what I'm going to do with these. Hopefully I do use like the Medusa head and some of this other stuff in jewelry design, but we'll see. Hopefully we can get back to the flea market, and otherwise I might have to sell it all on eBay if I can't find more things to sell. I'm gonna go. I had an idea of working on the trash pick that I got yesterday, so I'm gonna go to the warehouse and go work on that. And I just should almost keep this on the counter just to have fun looking at it, like the Scottish thistles. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm gonna paint that hopefully and clean it up. Look at that key cover. Little angel, or no, it's a cupid, I guess, with a bow and arrow. Pretty sure this is made out of silver. The deer. I got a bunch that I think are silver in here. Lily of the Valleys. That's a great lion head. It's either silver plate or silver, that lion head. I don't know. One day maybe we'll go through all this with Gabby. I think she'll find this to be pretty interesting. All right, next up, warehouse. Hey everybody. So all night I was every once in a while you get something stuck in your head, and I got this an idea for this table. So I just pulled it out of the trash yesterday. I think it could look really, really cool wrapped with copper wire. So my thought is I'm going to take off all the wicker. I think I got a screwdriver. Hopefully it comes off fairly easy. And then I'm going to paint it. I figure a good color is black, and then I'm gonna rewrap it with some of my scrap copper wire. So I just kind of see how it would all work together, and if I don't use it in the garden, then I'll be able to sell it, I think, fairly easy, especially if I take my time with the wire wrapping. But I don't know, it was nice to have like a fun idea of how it's all going to work out, or how it should come out. It's been hard getting I don't know, a really good idea recently for being motivated to do stuff. Today's a nice day, and tomorrow's supposed to be beautiful, so I am going to try to get out there for the trash. See what else I could find. I haven't really sat down and worked on the driftwood pieces yet. I wanted to get this done first, I think. You can see how nice it's cleaning up. I'm going to use a little bit of sandpaper, and I did bring some outdoor paint, so hopefully it works the way I think it's going to. Definitely has just basically turned to dust, all this wicker. There's one tricky spot right here. I have to see what happened. Hopefully the weld isn't broken. If it is, I do have my welder and we'll fix that real fast. But I need to get a knife to cut that. So my thought is I'll take the copper wire and I'll wrap it fairly well all the way across, in and then in and in. I don't know about the center. I haven't figured that part out yet. I might have to use this piece right here, but if I do that, then it won't stay even. Or maybe I just wrap the center by itself. Could always weld another little circle spot in here for the center wire to go. But I'm going to sit and work on this for a little bit, put you on time lapse, and see if I come up with any other good ideas. So the good thing is where that wrap was, it looks like it was just to hold the wicker together. The weld itself isn't broken, so I don't have to worry about welding it. And it's almost ready to paint. I'm gonna finish this. We'll paint this up real fast, and I'll let it dry for the rest of the day. I have the bus open. I'm trying to find a box of scarves I had. Hopefully it's in there. All right. Be back right when we start to paint. Pull the wicker off. I got a wire brush just to clean off some of the loose paint before I paint it. It's kind of strange. They didn't add nuts to these pieces here, but I guess after they were wickered, they didn't need a nut. So I think I'm going to, it's either side there. The other side, I guess, I don't know why they didn't make it the same way. But I think it's working pretty well. I saw one, so this piece right here is bent, and I just have to figure out how to unbend it. Looks like I got hit by a lawnmower or something. I do have a mallet. I'm thinking I can just hit it down with the handle, but I don't know. Just because if I push up on it, I moved it just a hair. It must be a nice mild steel. Definitely made it look a little bit better. I'm gonna go get a little chisel and put it on there and hit it, and that should fix it. So I went and got a little chisel. You can see it's bent right there. So what I'm gonna do is put the chisel right where the bend is, see if that fixed it a little bit. Yeah, it straightened it out pretty good. Probably 2 more whacks and it will be perfect. But here, I'll show you again. So this side, you can see the bend right there. Take the chisel. And just a couple more hits and it will be fine. So I'm going to just straighten that out before we paint it. And I guess the next step is painting. This spray paint works. It's working pretty good. I had it outside all night, or I mean all winter in the bus, so definitely working pretty good. I always thought like when spray paint freezes it's no good. At least that's what I've always heard. Definitely got cold enough on the bus to freeze. I just wanted a nice primer color for when we add the wire to this. Hopefully we don't see too much of this black. Weather's really weird right now. It was cold enough to frost in the morning. Now it's 68 degrees or 65, something like that. I'll let this dry and then I'll turn it over and do the legs. Alright, it's actually not looking terrible, so. Horses. I'm going to put the table on that and spray paint the bottom. Put you back on time lapse. Well, ran out of spray paint. Actually, it did pretty good for, I believe I got this at a yard sale for 2 for $1. So, I can't complain. Definitely, I'm going to miss yard sales this spring. But, I'm going to let this dry for a few hours. And then, I'm going to figure out how I want to put the copper wire to it. I really think it's just going to look really interesting on the tabletop. Hopefully I can show that to you on Monday. I definitely have to work on eBay tomorrow. I think I have all my vintage clothes on these shelves here, and I believe, at least I'm hoping, this actually might be my my scarf box. So I'm gonna bring this home, go through it on the picnic table. There's definitely a lot of good vintage type scarves in here. So, all right. If you guys want to see all the vintage clothes I picked, this was from the Hoarder House. I know Taco Stack's got a bit of it, but I picked a bunch of stuff I was going to bring to Brimfield. Just because since I set up across from the fashion tent, we always sell a lot of different types of 60s and 70s,
even 50s clothes. So
I got this box of scarves from a house call I did. I think it was in Princeton, so I think there should be some really nice ones. My mother wanted a few scarves to put over her mask, but I wanted to see if any of these were actually named. That one's kind of fun with the star. All very 60s. That one's kind of 70s-ish. Lots of gloves. Man, this wind is just strong enough where I don't know if this is going to happen today. Definitely really pretty colors. I actually didn't get much paint on me from spray paint. It's a shame they cut off all the labels. I think she'd like that one. It's actually a good color. That one's kind of cool too. There's a bunch of other stuff in this box. A bunch of vintage gloves and stuff like that. This red one, that might actually be definitely more. You can see her wearing that. But I don't know. I thought it was a good idea to put over the mask. What's nice about these is they don't stink of, I guess these are goggles for like a ski jacket. These don't have a perfume smell. So, man, this wind is not cooperating. I really like the watches. She'll never wear that though. Bum, 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 bum. It's pretty fun. There's a lot of gloves in here. I know these leather gloves do sell pretty well, especially the longer ones. Made in France. A long time ago, I used to get close to $10 a pair for those. I'm sure they're still worth close to that for the driving gloves. Charter Club. Well, I think that's it on the scarves. Maybe this brown one. There's some, it's not like a real silk. Pantyhose, a little bit of everything in this box. I don't know. I guess I have to dump it out. I'm always good at dumping stuff out. Let's see what's at the bottom of it. Oh, this one's a lot of fun. What's this one say? There we go, we got one. This one's made in France. Saks Fifth Avenue. They always have nice stuff. I guess it's all the different ways to say I love you in a silk scarf. It's kind of cute. Some leopard print. I don't know if anybody's seen the Tiger King, but that guy's a trip. makes my makes some of my friends look normal. I know I've seen this. What's it? I guess it's Anne Klein. This one's just huge. Almost the size of a sari. It's got to be like 6 foot long. What's nice is it's all silk. I don't see a name on it though. Really, really, really pretty. Reminds me of the garden. Oh, look at that. There's a name. Tiffany & Company. Knew it was a good one. You could just feel it on I'm gonna try that on eBay. I bet that would do pretty good. It's huge. Definitely doesn't smell of perfume. There's another real pretty one. Made in Italy, Bloomingdale's. Definitely had some nice clothes. Most of it was all recycled before I got there. Just the box of scarves was left. I would have thought there would have been more Vera and stuff like that. I don't know what that says. I bet that's a good one. Never really sold scarves on eBay. I used to have a couple vintage places that would buy them fairly regular for me. Here's the first Vera. But I don't see anything else that looks as nice as that Tiffany scarf. There's a lot of nice little scarves in here, but nothing with that same, like with this one I could just tell by the silk and the size that it was something good. Maybe this is something. It's got an interesting like Coach bag on it. I don't see a name though. Well, I'm gonna say the wind is gonna win. I'll try that Tiffany one on eBay. The garden's been doing good. We planted some peas today by seed, so hopefully we did it right along there next to the potatoes. Hopefully they do pretty well. And looks like one of the lettuces either got eaten. And it just looks like he didn't do well. Pull him out. Everybody else seems to, oh, the top was rotten off, that's why. All the other ones are doing real good. Definitely pretty happy with that. They've only been in for about a week. I'm gonna have to put up the deer fence soon. We decided to plant pole beans here, but we still got about another week or two before the frost stops. And the radishes have been coming up pretty good. Definitely starting to get a full line of them. But we'll see how the carrots do. Hopefully they come up. And thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully everybody is safe. Definitely is a really nice spring day. Got a
cherry tree here blooming. This one doesn't really give out any sweet cherries or anything, or at least none I've ever seen. But definitely pretty. Thank you again. If you haven't yet, give somebody a call who might be alone. And everybody, thank you. Peace. Definitely pretty with that blue sky.